Hello again, 7th graders. Today we'll be looking at Digits Lesson 4-1, Part 3. I'm going to click the play button, and you'll see that here they're talking about numbers and their opposites, and that is going to be the basis of what you're doing today.
You can use positive and negative rational numbers to represent changes in real-world quantities. Two changes represented by opposites result in no change.
Time to get another haircut.
Opposite changes result in no change.
So here you see the situation where it's a number and its opposite. So she got 1 3/4 inches of her hair cut off, which is why it's negative. And then they're telling you that a month later, that 1 3/4 grew back. So a number and its opposite. So she's back to where she was before. You'll see situation 2 involves a guy going out of his house, and you see what happens to the temperature. So you see the temperature's going up 20 degrees, and then the temperature drops back down 20 degrees. Temperature rose 20 degrees. Then its opposite later on.
Opposite changes result in no change.
It dropped 20 degrees. Okay, the next situation involves money.
You need to save some of this allowance for the future, like for college. Saving for the future. Got it. Yeah, I got a new graphic novel and some lipstick and... You know something? Saving for the future sure is hard sometimes.
So kind of silly, but you see that she had $10
Opposite
she put in her bank.
Result in no change.
And then she spent the $10, which is the negative 10. So she had $10, that's plus 10. Spent $10, that's negative 10. So what we're going to look at is these situations, and you're going to be doing something with this today. It asks you to write a positive or negative number to represent the change, but you can't type in here, so I don't know why it says that exactly. But what we're going to look at is just on this page, the situations and their opposites. So it says you climbed up 7 stairs. So if you went up, that would be a positive 7. The opposite situation would be what? Yes, you going down 7 stairs, which would be negative 7. Situation, your car used 9.2 gallons of gas. So if it used it, that means your gas is going down, which would be negative 9.2. You went to the gas station and fueled up. You could say your car, you put in 9.2 gallons of gas into your car. That would be 9.2, a positive number. A submarine descends 3/8 of a mile. Descends mean going down. So that would be a negative 3/8. Then you could say the opposite situation, a submarine ascended or went up 3/8 of a mile, which would be positive 3/8. So what I want to show you is what you're going to be doing today with that. And in this one, I can actually type in here. So if the temperature rose 20 degrees, would that be positive or negative? I hope that you said positive. So that would be a positive. Now here's the thing. That's positive 20. But when a number is positive, you don't need to put the plus in front of it. So it's plus 20 automatically. So that is a positive 20. So it would be the opposite. If the temperature rose 20 degrees, what's the opposite of that? Wouldn't the opposite be the temperature dropped 20 degrees? And if it dropped, in that case, we would have to put in a negative. So negative 20. So a situation and its opposite. The temperature rose 20 degrees. That's 20 positive. The temperature dropped 20 degrees. That's a negative 20. All right, so looking down here, John spent $3 on his lunch today. So if you spend the money, do you have it or did you use it? Yes, you used it. So, all right, so that would be negative, whoops, not $43, negative $3 for John. Okay, but if he spent $3, so that is the negative. So what would be the opposite situation? John found. Well, that's better. Let's say he had a job. John earned $3 today. So the opposite of that would be a positive. Now, when it's positive, we don't need to put a plus sign in front of it. If there's no sign in front of it, then we know it's automatically a positive. So what I'm going to ask you to do today is I'm going to ask you, you're going to see a PDF document of this and then an answer sheet. So I'm going to ask you to do the situation and its opposite on these sheets, and then the third sheet here. Okay, so you'll see a PDF of this document that I'm going to ask you to do. So that will be what your goal to do today is. And hopefully this was the review of part 3 of the lesson.